Hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night power plan. I am in Florida. Don't be jealous. I do have to come home tomorrow though. So tonight we're going to get ready for the upcoming week. This is our last week of April. So we have kind of that no stone unturned attitude that we like to pull out that last full week of the month. I know there's a lot of people pushing for April Mania. There's the rookie leaderboard. We have so many different things going on with the company. But the thing I love about our power plans is no matter what's going on with the company, we're always pushing our business forward. So I'm going to start tonight like I do every Sunday night. We're going to do your rate of run. And you guys, it's already the 24th of the month. So this is going to be a pretty accurate number. So you're going to go and log into your cloud. Let me get logged in here. Okay, so once you're logged in, right there on that very first page, you're going to scroll down until you see your business dashboard and you want the business snapshot. You're going to open that up. Under qualifications, look for where it says current QV. You're going to take that number and you're going to divide it by 24 because today is the 24th day of the month. So we're trying to find out what your daily average volume has been over the last 24 days. And once you have that new smaller number, you're going to take it and you're going to multiply it by 30 because we have 30 days in April for us to finish off the month. So first you find your daily average, or in other words, the rate at which you are running your business. And now you're going to multiply it by 30. So we know about where we're going to end the month. Now we do still have an auto ship tomorrow that we'll be running. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. But this number that you're looking at, your rate of run, this is pretty accurate. This is close. You know, I won't say we're running out of time in the month, but you are running out of time in the month. I'll just be honest. So if the number isn't where you want it to be, this is where you have to pull out all the stops. This is where you have to get super creative. You have to just, who can I sell to? What can I sell? Is there someone on my team that could be selling to someone? Who could they be talking to? What do we need to do? How can I incentivize? Yada, 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 all the things. So definitely use your rate of run number as a guide to let you know where you are. Are you close to your goal? Are you far from your goal? And then really get to business this last week. Cause it's literally just this. Let me look at my calendar, make sure I'm right. Yeah. It's literally this week ends on Saturday. When I see you next Sunday, it will be May 1st. So we have to spend the rest of this week focused on all the goals that we have for April, whatever goal it is you had set. And again, don't let that number discourage you. If you're like, dang, I am not where I need to be, don't put on the brakes. I see so many people stop working their business because they're not going to hit the goal that they wanted to hit this month. If you stop working your business now, it's going to take you till mid-May to get fired back up all the way. Just barrel through, just keep going. Do not take your foot off the gas. Keep going. That way, when you enter May, you're still steady and on fire. If you guys have ever built a campfire, you know how long it takes to get it going. And so you just keep adding wood to it because you just want to keep it burning. And then, you know, if you wake up in the morning and the whole thing went out and you have no hot coals, you got to build the whole thing all over again. It's the exact same with your business. Do not let it burn out. Just keep pushing forward. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. How you end the month is how you will start the month. So if you're like, wow, April's not been my best month. I'm not where I want to be. My goal is not on track. You know, May is going to be my month, then you have to start May now, because as you guys all know, we will be planting seeds this week with people. You'll be having conversations, building relationships, doing lives. You're going to do all kinds of stuff this week that will not turn into business until anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks from now. So if you want May to be your month, you have to make sure you're working hard in April. So anyway, off my soapbox about that. Okay, so moving forward, we do have that last auto ship of the month. So let's get back in the cloud or stay in the cloud, depending on where you were. This time though, you need to go all the way to the top to the main menu. And you're going to go to the My Team button and then click My Customers. From there at the top where it says customer number, customer name, email, you're going to scroll all the way to the right till you see it says Next Auto Ship. You're going to double click on that box and it's going to populate by date for you. You want to find any names that say 4/25/2022 next to them. Hopefully you've talked to those people already, but maybe you haven't, and all is not lost because we still have a few hours left in the day here. You need to make contact with them, ask them how they're doing, check up depending on like maybe what your last conversation was that you had with them. I'm not a fan of just jumping in and being like, hey, your auto ship's tomorrow. Are you good? Like, to me, that opens up the whole, oh, I wasn't ready, or, oh, I forgot, or, oh, let's just cancel it, or whatever. I am more about like, what's going on in your world. Let's have that conversation. And if they say everything is great, I'm feeling so good, that's the perfect time to say, that's great, because your auto ship is coming out tomorrow. So we'll just keep it the way it is since you're feeling good. But if they start telling you that they're stressed, or, all the different things that happen to humans, because that's who we sell to, are humans, that is your opportunity to say, well, your auto ship is coming out tomorrow. Maybe we should XYZ. Maybe it's change the DFT. Maybe it's add a different shake flavor. Maybe it's, I don't know. There's a million possibilities. Our catalog is huge. So use that opportunity. Now, some of you may be like, wow, I'm going to bed in an hour or 2 hours and I don't have, oh my gosh. Then just be honest, be human, be like, oh heavens, I have got to get a hold of you because I totally forgot to remind you, but tomorrow your auto ship is going to run. Here's what we have scheduled for tomorrow. If you would like to add anything, change a flavor of any kind, just let me know. And remember, again, if for some reason they come back and they say, I need to pause, I need to cancel, I need to whatever, don't panic. If they can't do it this week for whatever reason, and there's a million reasons why people may not be able to do their auto ship on time, just ask them what date works best. We can push it from the 25th to the 5th. They could just have it come out in May. Don't panic. Glenna says new shake flavors in pack and gummies is a great, oh yeah, new shake flavors in the pack and the gummies is a great segue. Yeah, because so if you've had somebody that's been auto shipping for a while, you have every excuse in the book to contact them. You have lots of new flavors. You have lots of new options. You have tons of things that you could be contributing to the conversation about what they could be doing differently. I was a hard rest gel girl, but I've actually been using the gummies. I like them. They work fine. And actually to travel to Florida, it just was so much easier to pack than the little packets that they like to pull you out of TSA for. So there's lots of options for people, but they aren't going to know them like you are. You have to remember your customers, and this includes your non-promoting promoters, they don't get giddy when Lavelle sends an email. They just don't. They're not like us. Some of them may not even see them. It may go to their spam file. They may have unsubscribed. You have no idea, but you are the one that's excited about it. And you have to be the one that shares that with them and spreads that knowledge. So even if you haven't talked to someone in a really long time, maybe they've been auto shipping like clockwork for 2 years, they never make a peep, you're just thrilled to death to have them, reach out, let them know. There's a lot of new stuff they could be picking from. Okay, so that's our auto ships. That's the standard stuff I'm going to say. So now let's focus on our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, because as you know, that is how we operate our business. So case in point, what we were just talking about, if you go through your customer list, let's do it. Open back up your cloud. I cracked myself up. Okay, open up your cloud. And this time, instead of sorting by next auto ship, sort by last order. So you'll hit that button twice. Now, some of you are going to know based on the names, because maybe they've just ordered a couple weeks ago and you've been working with them. But if you scroll down to people who haven't ordered since March, February, January, those are the people that you have an excuse to reach out and talk to. First and foremost, I would just be doing the regular reach out, like checking on, right now prom, and where I'm from, prom is huge. Like my Facebook is full of prom photos. So it's the perfect time to reach out to somebody. Your daughter looks so amazing. Where did you guys find her dress? Or there's a girl that made her dress. It's so pretty. Like it's crazy that she made her herself. But like start conversations with people. And then while you're in there, you can say, hey, you know what? We've been talking and I totally forgot to tell you, we brought out a whole new line of gummies. So if you ever want to get stuff, fired back up with your Thrive account, let me know. We have other options. Sandra says, horse fly here in my office, so I'm not going crazy if you see me swatting the air. I guess I'm glad you told me that, because I hadn't noticed, but I probably would. Okay, so for your reach outs this week, you guys, there's lots of different ways you can go about this. Here's the way you can't go about it: not doing it. You have to reach out to people. If you are not talking to people, and when I say talking to people, I don't mean talking about Thrive. I mean talking to humans. If you are not networking with humans, asking about their life, finding out what's going on with them, finding out what's important to them, what's bothersome to them, you are not going to be able to grow your business. You have to talk to humans. We are super fortunate that we live in this particular age where we can talk to humans through the computer. When I got out of college, not to date myself, but for me to go talk to customers, I had to get in my car and I had to drive. And if I wanted a new customer from a place I had never been, I had to knock on a door I had never knocked on. That is super awkward and uncomfortable. This is just a message. This is just a Facebook message. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that, honestly. But something I want to encourage you to do, because if you've been following along for a long time now, you will have been adding 2 new people to your leads list every day, right? You've all been doing that, right? Now, remember, just because we added them to our list doesn't mean that they necessarily friended us back or followed us back or whatever. But what I like to do at least once a month is I go into Facebook. So if you're able to do this with me. You're going to go into your Facebook. You're going to click your profile, scroll just a little ways down where it says your friends list. Click on your friends list. And for me on my Android, and I know this is, it's on your guys' iPhones, just I don't know exactly where, but I can sort by all or recent. I like to click that recent button. This shows me my new friends up to a point. I feel like it must stop after a certain number, but I make sure that I have all of those people because I've just added, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 that they're showing me. So that must be like the last week's worth of probably friend requests, maybe a week and a half, because not everyone friends you back. I'm going to make sure that all 12 of these names are on my reach out list for Monday and Tuesday of this week. Like that's as easy as it gets. Now, how am I going to reach out to them? I'm going to peek on their social media. I'm going to 3, 2, 1 them. So remember 3, 2, 1. I'm going to like 3 photos. Now you guys don't scroll back to 2019 and be weird. Okay. Be careful. Don't be the girl who went all the way through the book, but I'm going to like 3 photos. I'm actually going to comment on 2. So let me give you the example of prom. So, I mean, how easy is it going to be to like 3 pictures from prom? And I notice I'm not saying I'm going to like 3 posts. I'm going to like 3 pictures. Okay. So these 3 pictures could be on 1 post, or it could be one of those people you got to struggle and like try to find them. But I'm going to like 3 of them. I'm going to comment on 2. So maybe 1 is going to be, like I said, oh my gosh, your daughter looks so beautiful in that dress. I'm not going to ask a question in my comment. I'm just going to comment on that. And then maybe the next one is, I can't believe how old she's gotten. I can't believe this is her senior prom. Oh my goodness. No question. Now I'm either going to go to their story, or I'm going to go to Messenger and just be like, I was just commenting on your pictures, and honestly, I can't, like, where is she going to go to college? What has she decided to do after high school? Or if you're a mom, and it would, like, to me, it doesn't make much sense if I ask where she got her prom dress, because I'm not looking for one. But maybe you're a mom. Maybe you just went through prom dress hell. Maybe you're still in prom dress hell. You could ask, where'd you guys find it? It's so pretty. I like to make comments because then they know I'm looking at their stuff, but then I definitely take everything back into Messenger. Lacey says, honest moment, I don't do this. I just did it with you, and 1, I have like 30 new people. Wait, I just did it with you, and 1, I have like 30 new people, and I haven't been interacting with all of them. Oh, you mean like the new people? Is that what you're saying? Lacey, I had trouble reading your sentence. And oh my God, yes. I can't type. Okay, so she means she has not been going back to her recently added people and like making sure she's having conversations with them. Yeah, don't friend people and follow people and all that jazz. If you're, I lose track of people. Yes, their names are written on my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of names written on there, right? But I want to make sure I'm not missing my new people, because if I friend you on a Monday and you friend me back on a Monday, or you friend me back on a Tuesday, I try not to be creepy and jump in there right away. I try to give you some breathing room. I try to give you some time to be on my, like, scope my profile out. And honestly, sometimes you guys, they'll start commenting on your stuff, which is awesome, because then it's a super easy way to do it. Sonia says, I don't go to Messenger. Some of them get weirded out and won't answer. If somebody won't answer you on Messenger, I don't necessarily think you need to think that that's weirding them out. If I ask someone, oh my gosh, what is she doing when she gets out of college, or when she gets out of high school, and they're weirded out by that, they don't need to be on social media, because that is how that works. So here is the thing too. Here's something I have to remind myself of. There are a lot of people, believe it or not, that do not open their Messenger maybe once a month. Some people have actually gotten off Messenger because they don't understand why the heck you would have Messenger, because they have text message. So if somebody isn't answering you back, it doesn't mean that they're weirded out. It just means that they may not be into Messenger. They may not know how to comment back. They may have gotten off of Messenger. I've actually had some messages that it's like set before, and then I run into someone and I've been like, oh, why was that? You know, I wondered about blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, I took Messenger off my phone. It was dinging. I don't like, they're not like us. People who are not in network marketing are not like us. I have a friend who only has Facebook on her iPad, and she only sits with her iPad on like Thursday nights when her kids are away at practice. It's mind boggling to me. She looks at Facebook once a week, if. So you just have to remember, it's not, you got to send the message and move on, send the message and move on. My whole goal is when I send all my reach outs out in the morning, hopefully by noon, when I pick my phone back up, I've got some responses back. And today people were very chatty. I had a ton of responses back in Messenger today, which was really nice. But if they don't write me back, then they don't write me back and I move right along. Sandra says, nope, been trying to get a hold of a customer for 4 days, Messenger. Yeah, some people just do not live on their phones like we do. But yes, I totally encourage you to take your conversation into Messenger, because that's when it's just, first of all, when it's a comment, like, especially like, let's go back to the prom example. That person is most likely getting a lot of Facebook notifications of people loving her photos, maybe commenting on her photos, and it could just get lost and confused, because again, if they're not professional network marketers, they're not used to sorting through this phone like we are. And I just love to go to Messenger, because to me, that is the time that we can like chit chat about stuff. And you know, if you're not getting a response from someone in Messenger, if you have the ability, text them. You might be surprised. I actually have a couple of customers that I could Messenger them. I could send them messages on Messenger all day long, nothing. But as soon as I text them, they're right on it. They answer me and everything is great and golden. So be creative about how you do reach out to people if you can't. So if I was like, but here's my thing, when someone is on social media, they're probably going to be on Messenger, maybe not. And when I say Facebook and Messenger, don't forget Instagram has its own same thing. It has a message app built into it. So if you're talking to people on Instagram, you can send them messages. If you're going to go through and like people's photos or videos or reels on Instagram and you make a comment, you can then go into the message and like it's just the way to be one-on-one with someone. To me, that's how you're going to get to know someone, and they're going to get to know and trust you. Let me think if I can see, like, I know I asked a bunch of questions today. One of the girls posted in her story that they were going to a roller rink for her kid's birthday party. And I was like, where the heck are roller rinks around here anymore? And she rattled off 3. I was shocked. I didn't even know we had that many. So then I was like, well, I hope he has a great birthday. So like, we went back and forth about that. One gal, she had put a picture of her son with a metal detector. And I was like, please tell me he found hidden treasures. Like, I had already like commented the photo, and I was like, this is awesome, because he's wearing like this crazy get up to go out looking for stuff. But then I went into Messenger and I was like, please tell me he found hidden treasures. She went on to tell me that she had lost her necklace in the grass. He was looking, I mean, we had this whole conversation after that. So again, I didn't talk about Thrive, but I talked to her. We had a conversation. We're building trust. We're building a relationship. And now social media is like, hey, they're friends. I'm going to make sure that anything Tammy posts, this girl sees. Okay. It all goes back to that. And you guys, follow-ups, there are so many ways to follow up. It could be like, this is the one time where I'll be like, it could totally just be Thrive related. Maybe you have a sample pack out. Maybe you have an auto ship customer that you're following up with. Maybe you have a non-promoting promoter who you need to talk to about the end of month, things like personal volume and stuff like that. There's lots of ways to do follow-up. And then the other way to do a follow-up is to continue a conversation. And the example that I've given that seems to click with people, I had a friend, she got a puppy. I commented about the puppy. I wrote her in my planner 6 weeks ahead. 6 weeks later, I was like, hey, how's this first month going with the puppy? Like, I just was following up with her. And then lo and behold, 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was, we started posting about detox. She signed up, she created a customer account, she ordered detox, and she's in the detox group. Now, would she have done that otherwise? I don't know, because I don't know if she would have seen my stuff otherwise. But I know for a fact she saw my Facebook posts because she and I have been conversing in Messenger. So it's not about attacking people about your business. It's about staying connected to people. And then social media, I'm 20 minutes in here. All right. I have a screenshot. I just wanted to go. You guys know I'm a big fan of the theme of the day, like Mindset Monday, that kind of thing. When we were at Thrive Palooza, just in case for some of you that maybe weren't there, or maybe you were there, but you've already forgotten this, they did give us some different prompts, different themes. And I just like a different theme every now and then, because I mean, I get bored with the same old thing. So I'm going to rattle off some new ones for you. Maybe not new, maybe you heard them at Palooza. But on Monday, they had Mindset Monday, which we've done before, Mommy Monday, Mom B. I don't know if I'm pronouncing MOMBIE. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right for you guys. Mom B Monday, Remember When Monday. We've got Tip Tuesday, Thriver Tuesday, where they say specifically share a Thriver story. Wellness Wednesday, Winning Wednesday. It says share a member of your team that is up and coming. So bragging on someone. Throwback Thursday, share a before Thrive and now. Oops, Flex Friday, which we all know that one. Freebie Friday, if you're able to do a freebie. And you guys remember when I say Freebie Friday, I feel like most of us have something in our life that we might have access to. Doesn't have to be Thrive. Like maybe Amy's husband works for a water bottling company. I've learned that from Lindsay. Maybe she could give away a free case of water to, like somebody could comment on local kids baseball stuff and she could, I don't know, run a contest, and then whatever person wins, they can pick which local team gets a free case of bottled water. Like bottled water at a baseball game for kids. That's a good thing, right? So you don't always have to be focused on giving away Thrive. I mean, obviously, yes, we want samples in people's hands, but if you have access to something that to you, it means nothing because it's part of your life. I mean, I'm sure Amy is surrounded by bottled water 24/7 and she's like, what's the big deal? But I have to buy that stuff, right? I have to go buy Thrive 2.0. Or what is it called? Yeah. Can you repeat the themes? I will. Yes, I will. Because I stopped on Friday. I'm not even done. I got off on a tangent. So don't always think you have to give away Thrive. There's probably something that you could give away that you're looking right at in your office, or I don't know, in your garage, something. I know one time we were at a house cleaning garbage bins and the girl came out with these cases of gloves. And she was like, you guys are doing such a great job. And she worked for this company. If you're around here, it's called Centos, and they make that kind of stuff. And she just handed us cases of gloves. And we were like, oh, okay, thanks. That was awesome. Like we totally loved it and needed it. So you just never know. I'm sure you have something somewhere. So I'm going to go back real quick. Mindset Monday, Mom B Monday. Oh, I like that, Glenna. Mom B Monday, MOMBIE Monday. Remember When Monday, Tip Tuesday, Thriver Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Winning Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Flex Friday, Freebie Friday. And Glenna just said, which I love this, Freebie Friday could be a free tip. Maybe you're little expert at something, or maybe you got the inside scoop on something. Give somebody a free tip. Saturday could be Sample Saturday in your stories. And I will say they specifically called out Sample Saturday in your stories. They didn't say Sample Saturdays on your post. They said in your stories. And I think that is because on a post, it makes it kind of salesy. You can do it pretty quickly in a story, very nonchalant, and then it also disappears. So people aren't asking you on Tuesday for that free sample you talked about on Saturday. Simple Saturday, where you just share your day, what's happening in your day. Soulful Sunday. And then they called it again, Simple Sunday, just share living in the moment, like something you're doing on Sunday. And I just love having a theme because there are days where I get stuck and I'm like, I don't know what to talk about today. I don't know that I'm doing anything exciting that anyone's going to want to hear about today. So please remember, and on my sheet, I always do this. Where it says 1, 2, 3, maybe you're new and maybe making 3 social media posts of some kind is where you're at right now. That's good. You keep doing you. Where I'm at right now, mine says number 1, reels, number 2, stories, number 3, posts. And so I do 2 reels a day. I do anywhere from 2 to 6 stories a day, and then at least 1 to 2 posts a day. So it's just keeping it, the post could be on Instagram and or Facebook. The stories, I just copy my stories from each of them. The reels, if I make it in Instagram, I put it in, let me see, if I make a reel, I immediately share it as a Facebook reel. I put it in my Pinterest. You can make it as a TikTok, and you can also make it as a YouTube short if any of you have YouTube channels. There's lots of different ways you can make one thing but reuse it a lot. So don't make it harder on yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. But definitely make sure you're showing up on social media. You can unmute, Sandra.
Okay, brain. Well, didn't know you could throw your reels into Pinterest land, so I'm writing this down. But okay, so I shared a.
Go ahead.
Okay, I shared a reel in TikTok yesterday. Didn't get nothing. Like 100 views. Today I put it in Instagram. Last check, it was like 1,500.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yeah, you just never know. The platforms are so different and the time of day could be different. You just, and depending on how long you've been on one platform versus the other, one platform may share you more. That's why it's so important just to share them. Just share them. So let me show you. So Lacey Vamos taught me this. Thanks, Lacey. So if you're in your reels, like a reel that you've created, let me turn this one down. You know, there's like the heart button, the comment button, the little arrow where you could forward it to somebody. Well, where the 3 dots are, click the 3 dots and it's going to say share to. I'll let y'all get caught up if you're wanting to do this. So click on your reel, find the 3 dots, and then it's going to say share to. Now, when you click on that, at the top right away, it's giving you like where you can just copy the link and you could send it to anybody any way, shape, or form. But at the very bottom, like mine, and the order in which your things will be shown is how often you use them. So my Pinterest pops up first now, but so like Messenger, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, an email, Snapchat. Mine even says I could share a reel on Zoom. I don't know how that would work, but whatever, it's giving me that option. But you can just click Pinterest and it'll ask you what board you want to share it to, and then you're on your way. I've done this every single day in my detox post from IG. Now I have a detox board that followed my whole journey and it took me seconds. Yes, Lacey. Lacey says she gets way more on Facebook than on IG. And I will say I used to get more on Instagram than Facebook, but now I think it's switched for me too. And again, it's just those algorithms. It's just, don't pay attention to them, just keep creating. But yeah, so this is a really great way to like Lacey said. So now, because she is, every time she's made a reel dedicated to detox, she just has a detox board in her Pinterest and that's where she saves them to. So do you share from IG to FB? So how I do IG to FB is I go back to those 3 little dots and I save it to my camera roll. Now, some things will let you save it just as is. Some will say you can't have the audio with it. It just depends on how the license goes. But once I save it to my camera roll, then I just go into Reels on Facebook and I upload it, assuming it let me have the whole thing. If it didn't let me have the audio, I upload the video and I find the audio and I just pray to the audio gods that it lines up. Now, I will tell you, if it won't line up and you're like, I have to have this one, you can just get that watermark removing app. It'll be an Instagram watermark remover. It's an outside app. Yeah, InstaDown is one. Let me think the InstaDown is one, and mine is called Instagram Downloader. So what it does is it takes your Instagram reel and it just saves a clean copy. So there's no Instagram watermarks and the music comes over. Now, on occasion, I'll post it on Facebook and within a few minutes, Facebook is like, oh, we just added your reel to this collection because it recognized the song. And every blue moon, it's like, oh, 3 days ago, trust me, they don't tell you in the moment. 3 days ago, we only let 3 seconds of your audio play and the rest of it is blank because we don't have a license to that song. So it happens. It's not a big deal. People still watch them. Half the time people are watching reels without sound anyway. So keep that in mind. So yeah, so that was a little social media training that I wasn't really thinking about. Okay, adding names to the leads list. You guys, we've gone over this a million times. If you aren't filling this part of your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 out, you are taking your business and you are just narrowing it down. The more people you add to the bucket, the more people you're going to have see your stuff. The new eyes are going to be on your stuff. So how do you add someone to your leads list? It's someone that you've not talked to Thrive about yet. So if I friend somebody on Facebook, I add them to my list. Whether they friend me back or not, I add them to my list because I'm reaching out to someone. And just because they don't friend me today doesn't mean they're not going to friend me tomorrow or next week. Because again, some people only check their Facebook like literally I have a friend, she only checks it once a week. It is mind-boggling to me. So I'm still trying to add them to my list. If I meet someone at a birthday party, if I am, I don't know, like you meet people so many places, right? Maybe you follow someone new on Instagram. Maybe someone commented on your TikTok reel or just to call it TikTok, Tammy. If maybe somebody commented on your TikTok and then you went to their page and whatever, like you can find people all over the place. And with the business that you have, you can sell to people all over the place. So definitely make sure you keep adding names to your list. If you still have the same 300 friends on social media that you started with, a year ago or 5 years ago or 7 years ago, trust me, they are sick of hearing your stuff. They're over it. They would have joined by now if they wanted to, right? Go find new people.
I just found a new lady. Lives in my neighborhood. I just stopped at the stop sign and said, "Hey, you live here. What's your name?" She told me her name. I sent her email, and then she accepted me a friend on Facebook. I'm excited, just like that. Ooh.
You had an actual conversation with a human in real life?
Yeah.
I love it.
If they talk to me, if people talk to me, I talk back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is a skill right there. Thank you for that. Yes. When somebody talks to you, talk back, find out who they are. Where do they live? I use this example all the time. Social media is just a giant cocktail party. You have been to a birthday party where the only people you knew were the mom, the dad, and the kid. And then they invited all their neighbors, and then they invited all their old neighbors, and then they invited all their friends, and then they had their work friends, and you had to mix and mingle. That's all Facebook is. That's all social media is. You're just mixing and mingling. And if it's like in that party setting, when you talk to someone, even though they're a stranger to you, they're really not, because they're so-and-so's friend. You have a connection. It's the same thing on social media. And honestly, don't be afraid of strangers on social media, because some of your best promoters and soon to be best friends will be absolute, complete, utter strangers to you right now. Lastly, connect with a leader. You guys make sure you are connecting with other people on your team, whether it's upline, downline, sideline. Stay close to the fire, stay in the game. Find out what people are doing, find out what's working for them. If you see somebody doing great, let them know, ask them how they did it. If you have a team page and you want someone to share on your team page, reach out and ask for them. Shantae was challenged, was it just a week ago, Shantae? I think it was a week ago, to invite speakers into her page. And I feel like you've had a speaker every day. Yeah, so it's not hard, but that is her allowing other leaders to connect with her team. That's opening the door. And don't be afraid to open the door and connect with other leaders. Don't be afraid to open the door and reach out and help other people, even if they're not on your team. You guys, we're running an entire boot camp that originally started as our team, and now it's not our team. But I still get something from this boot camp every single day. And I know the people on my team get something for it. So what you put in is what you're going to get out. So don't be afraid to help other people. Will it affect your paycheck? Maybe not directly, but will it affect your paycheck in the long run? Abso-freaking-lutely. So connect, keep that going, because that will also keep your mind in your business. And you know, if it's one of those days where you've been gone all day and you're like, I haven't talked to anybody, pull up a recorded Zoom, whether it's off of my YouTube channel. Susan has a YouTube channel. Lindsay Coggin, Courtney Glazer, Samantha has a YouTube channel. There are YouTube channels out there with other Lavelle leaders that you could be learning from, and you can connect with them that way. But the whole purpose of that is to keep you connected with your business, because there's just so much out there to pull you away from it. And this is the one thing will definitely keep you in it. Because if you think about it, if you've just done all your reach outs, and maybe your follow-up today's had nothing to do with Thrive, you may not really have talked about Thrive yet for the day. You may not have talked about Lavelle. You may not have touched the comp plan. You may not have talked about a promo yet. But when you connect with a leader, that's bringing you back into the business. So it's very, very important that you do that. Okay, so I know I'm 4 minutes late. I'm sorry. Real quick, make sure, because this is the last week of the month, make sure that everyone on your team knows they have $100 of PV of their personal volume by the end of the month. If they don't have $100 in PV, you could have someone on your team that has over $40,000 in volume. But if they don't sell directly to their customers $100 or spend $100 of their own money on their own account, that 100 PV, they will not be making commissions next month. And it's pretty damn devastating if you have that happen to someone. So first, make sure you have that. Make sure you have your PV covered, and then you can go into your downline and look. So I did it once before. I'm not going to drag you through it since I'm already over time, but make sure you have that. I'm blanking on all the end of the month stuff. I will post it in my team, and I know Lindsay and Susan have a copy of it too, so I'll ask them to post it as well. But you only have 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 7 days left till the end of the month, and I don't know what your rate of run showed you. Only you do. But if you want to get to where you're going, only you know what has to happen. So please remember, if you're not where you want to be, by quitting or giving up or taking a time out or taking a break, you're not going to get there for damn sure. You've got to keep moving forward. If you want May to be where you wanted to go, April will set the tone for May. If you take off even the last week of just April, you will take off time in May. And I know people are busy. I get it. I get it. I hear it all day. And trust me, I am busy too. I get it, but you have to stay focused on this business, because if you don't, and you let it become a hobby, or you let it become a highlight business only where you just get to do the fun stuff, then it's going to pay you that way. And I can guarantee you it doesn't pay the same as when you make it a priority and work it day to day. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. I will put this recording up on the YouTube. If you have questions, let me know. Bye.